Alright, so here we are, Aurora, Colorado, scene of the crime, smack dab in the middle of the country, just east of Denver, Colorado. It's a very vast area. It actually covers 3 separate counties within Colorado. Alright guys, since the city of Aurora, Colorado has been in the news as of late with the horrific and tragic death of Elijah McClain. This is a video from a couple years back. This is a drunk cop passed out behind the wheel in his vehicle. Body cam footage here. March 29th, 2019.
He's a little intoxicated.
A little intoxicated. Oh, somebody muted their mic. Oh, poor baby. Gotta support the blue line. They had to break the window.
You got it?
Is there a trick to his
There's
duty
Velcros.
belt?
Yeah, there's some keepers. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you in.
He's completely passed out.
Make sure he doesn't have backup.
He sure doesn't have a gun. Oh, they can't even get his jacket off. That's nothing they teach you in the academy, I guess. Blue privilege. Maybe he hey, but you know what? I don't know. Maybe he broke out his own glass. You know, maybe
Keep it right here. Pulling forward.
maybe he had all the fun he could take.
Pulling forward. So I can get the keep. Oh, you're trying to get that?
Wonder what it takes to get fired from the police department.
Check for but not giving any verbal. He's not even giving a head nod or anything like that.
He's nonverbal. He's not even giving us a head nod. Yeah, that's what unconscious looks like. Great job, EMT.
Is there a keeper back on his belt?
Uh-oh, get the jaws of life.
Okay. He's good. I got his belt. Where's his duty arm? We got it. Okay.
Oh, he's got stripes.
Got it? Yeah.
No, he's got stripes.
We got a bus coming? Okay. Yeah, bro, you're gonna be good.
Backup or anything, right?
I can't feel anything.
How we doing, brother?
I got him.
Getting there?
Yeah.
Boy, they're handling this guy with kid gloves. If it was me and you behind the wheel,
All right, we're ready to move.
The belt is still stuck on the
would've
Velcro on the
ripped this
back. Just
out.
pull it off.
he's still unconscious. How many? Look at all of these resources for their boy in blue. You know what? For somebody that's been sober for coming up on 25 years, this guy needs help, and I guarantee you that these police unions probably don't do a whole lot for them, except cover up stuff. Actually, interesting tidbit. You'll almost never see a cop at an AA meeting. They have their own meetings,
Did you guys check Cincinnati?
just like doctors. Or if they are at a regular open meeting, they're not going to tell anybody what they do for a living, for obvious purposes. Guess who's paying for that window, kids?
His gun is in my side pocket and his taser's just in the car.
How many cops does it need to extradite? Are they going to land a life flight chopper next?
Whose car is this? Detective.
A lot of guys just standing around. Take your hands out of your pockets, sir.
Hold on, I'm missing the keeper.
Look at all these guys
Hey, was there a keeper up there?
here to protect their buddy. This story gets even better. Stay with me. Now, is he on the ground or is he in the bus?
Right now,
Hello?
Captain said just give it all to Lieutenant.
I wonder how many airplane bottles of vodka you can fit in a tactical vest. Asking for a friend.
He might have an ID in his pants or something.
He's refusing to show ID. You should tase him.
That's why, he got an ID. I think they're working on trying to get that stuff, but if he's got it on him, then. Let's see. We got the gear. We got the card.
I'll go down there, see. You can get up. Oh, okay.
Look at all. Look at
There's all
everybody.
his gear. His guns here. His.
I think this is a different angle.
Should be clear.
Traffic. Track 21.
But that on the online
No,
report.
that's the same. You just do the exact number.
All right, you guys, are you ready for it? I'm sure you guys are chomping at the bit going, whatever happened with this story?
Though he was found drunk and passed out inside his police car, an Aurora police officer will not face charges.
What?
That's coming today from District Attorney George Brockler, making that decision, saying he was not very happy about it at all.
9 News reporter Nelson Garcia shows us the
Wait, it
prosecutor
takes
says
three of
he
the-
can't build a case because fellow Aurora police officers didn't do their jobs.
Oh, what?
On March 29th, 2019, Officer Nate Meyer was heavily intoxicated.
In a press conference rife with frustration, District Attorney George Brockler talks about a case of what he calls, quote, blocks away from being a cover-up when Aurora officer Nate Meyer was found drunk and passed out in his squad car.
Meyer's in uniform. His vehicle's in drive, his foot on the brake, he's unresponsive. During the process of removing him, 3 other Aurora officers indicate some level of odor of alcohol that they smell.
So the senior officer on scene, which is Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe, remember that name, appeared to be there for the protection of Officer Meyer.
Here's what's important. None of those observations are communicated to EMS personnel. That plays a significant role in how they assess this case as we move forward.
Paramedics treated it as a medical emergency, and Meyer's blood alcohol level was never taken for a DUI investigation.
What?
Only for internal affairs, where Myers admitted to drinking vodka. but Brockler says internal affairs findings are not admissible in court by law. That BAC, .43, more than 5 times the legal limit.
I mean, there's a
I do think he
loophole.
beat the system. I just think it was part of the system that helped him do it.
Aurora Interim Chief Vanessa Wilson.
God, this
agrees.
woman is useless.
I echo his.
If you've seen this woman has gone on camera with the Elijah McClain. She is useless.
Frustration in the way the case was handled. I think people within the community are angry, and people here in the police department are angry.
It's the most upsetting to me in the way it was handled, and frankly, the impression that it leaves with those who are inclined to question whether it's my ability to carry out my sworn duty to enforce the laws of the state in this jurisdiction, or Aurora's ability to protect and serve and be impartial in the way they enforce the laws. I don't think either of those things are true, but now here we are, and we've just had back-to-back questions from respected members of the media asking that exact same thing, and I tell you, it sucks.
It gets better. So here's something from April the 6th of 2020. Aurora police officer fired nearly a month after drunk driving crash in Colorado Springs. And you might think, that's interesting. That didn't look like a crash, the video that we saw. That would be right. You would be absolutely right, because this is a different case. An officer with the Aurora Police Department was fired Monday after he was involved in a drunk driving crash while off duty last month, an official with the police department said in a news release. Aurora police officer Jared Dozier was recorded by a doorbell camera speeding in the early hours of March 17th in Colorado Springs before hitting a tree head on. Well, maybe that tree needed it. Maybe that tree looked at him wrong. The officer who sustained injuries from the crash was taken to the hospital. Alcohol was later determined to be a factor in the crash, Colorado Springs Police Department said in a news release later that day. Dozier was then placed on restricted duty in a non-enforcement capacity while an internal affairs investigation began. So in other words, he kept his job and his pay. He just got to play mahjong on his computer at home. On Monday, he was fired from the force. Quote, Officer Dozier's actions do not reflect the professionalism of those who wear this uniform and someone who should represent this organization, said Aurora Police Chief Interim Chief Vanessa Wilson. That's the same woman we just saw. Since taking over as Aurora's interim police chief, I promised that I would not stand for or allow this behavior in our agency. This is the 4th time an Aurora police officer has been involved in a DUI incident within the past year. What do you guys think? I think alcohol, and probably drugs, but especially alcohol, the dirty little secret of every police department nationwide. We've heard Shemp Howard, who is a active duty police officer who's followed our channel since day one. He's been fairly forthcoming with me talking about the amounts of alcohol abuse and drug abuse that take place on duty, which doesn't shock me at all. All right, let's hear it for the city of Aurora. Man.
From the explosive situation in Aurora surrounding this scene, the city's interim police chief insists officers did not protect fellow cop Nate Meyer when he was found passed out drunk behind the wheel of his patrol car. But she does admit the department made mistakes. She's promising to fix them.
Brian Moss has broken every major development in this case since we first learned of Meyer's actions. And Brian, you talked with the interim chief today.
And not only did she say that her department had mishandled this case, she also announced a new internal affairs investigation targeting the deputy chief who made the decision to handle the Meyer case as a medical issue, not as a DUI. But as soon as she announced that, another twist.
We did it wrong.
So let's fast forward to February of 2020. Interim Chief Vanessa Wilson vows to launch an internal investigation against this man. This is Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe, who deemed the Nate Meyer incident as a medical case and not a DUI investigation or arrest.
That case, in my opinion, should have been handled as a DUI.
Wilson announced she was opening an internal affairs investigation into O'Keefe's decisions, but that didn't last long. 1 hour later, the Deputy Chief Paul O'Keefe announced he was retiring as of February 7th, effectively killing the investigation. So there you have it. Aurora, Colorado Police covering for Aurora, Colorado Police. Shocker. And they wonder why we have lost all faith in their doing the right thing. So congratulations, great job. Especially for a city that's been under such scrutiny as of late. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. Appreciate all the love and support. Check out johnny50.com. That is my membership-based website where you can see violence and profanity that is not okay with YouTube. It's $25 for the year, and you will see exclusive content over there that you will not see anywhere on my YouTube channel. There is a 1 hour plus long video of Eric Brandt running amok in the city of Las Vegas, which is worth the price of admission in and of itself. Oh my God. Here is just a quick snippet of Eric walking through a hotel which will not be named, waving a F bad cops flag, and then getting approached by security and chased out of the casino. We're leaving. I've got a secondary live channel where we chase calls and follow the police scanner on the weekends. Also, memberships are available on the site if you'd like to financially support the channel. There's also a PayPal link in the description. Check that out. I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for all you youngsters. And look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I love all you guys. Thanks so much for all the love and support.